My coverage of CES 2017 is brought to you in part by D-Brand. It's not a product, it's a culture. And Anchor, giving people the freedom to enjoy life's adventures by powering their mobile lives. What's going on, everybody? My name is Tomas. The LG booth was one of the best booths at CES 2017. The first thing that I took a look at was the K series of smartphones. The K3 is the smallest of the devices and comes equipped with a 4.5-inch display with an 854 by 480 resolution. The K3 features 1 GB of RAM, 8 gigs of storage, and a Qualcomm Snapdragon 210. The K4 ups the screen size to 5 inches, but the resolution, RAM, storage, and processor remain the same as the K3. The K8 keeps the same 5-inch display as the K4, but sees a resolution going up to 1280 by 720 and has a gig and a half of RAM, as well as a bump in storage. It goes up to 16 gigabytes. The K10 is what held my attention mostly when I was taking a look at these devices, as it has a 5.3-inch HD screen with Intel Touch. That means if the screen is to crack, you can still continue to use it with no issue. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM, a 13 megapixel rear shooter, upgraded from the 8 megapixels on last year's K10, and a 5 megapixel front-facing shooter with included wide angle, similar to the V20's front-facing camera sensor. The K10 also has a fingerprint scanner, which is a new addition from last year's version. Comes in a 16 gigabyte or a 32 gigabyte variant with removable battery and SD card expandability. Comes in black, Titan, and gold as well. All versions of the K lineup were confirmed to run Android 7.0 Nougat when they become available. The next thing that I took a look at the LG booth was the LG Tone Studio. It's a retractable earbud design which includes 4 physical speakers, 2 on top and 2 on bottom of the neck strap, that are DTS certified to provide a surround sound experience. When listening to music, watching movies, or playing games, they provide haptic feedback to enhance the listening experience. They are designed to keep the music to the listener and keep the sound bleed to a minimum, but know that people around you will hear what you're listening to. I know what you're thinking, and the LG Tone Studios are not for like wearing around town and all that type of stuff. Best use cases would be people that live in apartment complexes or have small children and don't want to disturb the neighbors or kids while they sleep. They have an 890 milliamp hour battery that is charged via micro USB only. No docking station will be included or made available, which is kind of a bummer in my opinion. LG says you're going to get about 14 hours of battery life using the surround sound speakers and 40 if you're using the earbuds only, because you can switch between the two. The LG Tone Studio is sweat resistant and it has no official IP rating, so don't get them wet. They're an interesting product and I will definitely look into getting a review unit before I make any full judgment on this headphone set. Moving on to the Signature Series W OLED displays. They're flat out beautiful panels with an interesting design. All of the internals live in a base below the panel and they serve a dual purpose function as a soundbar. The deep blacks with no backlighting make OLED panels some of the most mesmerizing images to watch, especially when watching in a dark room. The Signature W series of TVs that LG had on display were amazing to look at in person, and this video is not doing you any justice in accurately representing how beautiful the image is that OLED produces. Hitting the monitor area at the LG booth was a very interesting experience. There is where I encountered the 32UD89, which is an HDR compatible 4K monitor. They are 31.5 inches and provide a 3840 by 2160 UHD IPS panel with a 99% accuracy in the sRGB rating and have 350 nits of brightness. They are borderless on all 4 sides of the panel and feature AMD's FreeSync technology built right in. They have a USB Type-C with charging port capabilities, 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, and 1 display port for the input and output on this monitor. The 32UD89 has 2 5-watt down-firing stereo speakers that feature rich bass. They have a really well-designed articulating bass that is easily manipulated from landscape to portrait, making it extremely easy easy to pair multiple monitors together without too much disruption between screens because of the bezel-less design. There were a ton of appliances at the LG booth, but the one that stood out to me the most was the Knock Knock fridge. It was something that I really wanted to have in my house right now. The ability to see what's in your fridge without opening the door is very useful and energy efficient, and I think it was very well implemented into a smart fridge. And to close this video out, not only did LG have the most mesmerizing OLED panels on showcase, they had some of the best displays. They built a tunnel of OLED panels that was amazing to look at and experience with the surround sound and all the stuff that they were doing in there. And also they had a really cool floating sphere symphony display that was just absolutely mesmerizing. Before I end this video, I'd like to take a moment to thank my sponsors, because without them, my coverage of CES 2017 would not have been possible. Dbrand is your source for the most precise fitting vinyl skins for smartphones, laptops, gaming setups, and more. Use their configurator to preview your custom skin before you place your order. They ship worldwide, so check out the link in the video description or hit dbrand.com. Anchor is all about freeing you up to enjoy life's adventures. Check out their range of chargers and other accessories that make sure you get the most out of your mobile devices while you explore the world. Hit the link in the description below to check out their product lines, or visit anchor.com. Well, that about does it for me in this one. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I'm Tomas, and I'll catch you in the next one.